Hey, how's it going? It's Adrienne Elise. I just wanted to check in and see how everybody's doing out there. It's a really intense time right now. And we're heading into a powerful portal energy, though, on 11/11. So Venus has just joined Jupiter in Scorpio, and that is bringing a depth of feeling. Now, Venus is like our daily energy around emotions and our feelings, well-being, and our feelings of love, having what we need, and our value system, our personal self-worth. So with Venus joining Jupiter in Scorpio, we're feeling a shift of energy. The sun is still in Scorpio. And so there's a powerful energy here taking us into the depths, into the thick of it. So what's happening on 11/11 is that the sun is squaring up with the north and south node of the moon. That means that the nodes are, when the sun and the moon are in alignment with the nodes, that is when there's eclipses. So this square on 11/11 is telling us that we are halfway between the eclipse points that basically, from the last eclipses this summer, very, very powerful, into the next eclipse cycle. So it's on those eclipses, a lot of people saw a glimpse into a new reality. We had a lot of transformational energy, fire energy. We got that north node in Leo, and that eclipse in Leo was like, whoa. Seeing forward into your path, into your truth, into what you really want to express in this lifetime. Now halfway between this eclipse cycle, because the energy of eclipses last for 6 months until the next eclipse cycle. And so now that we're here at this powerful point at 11/11 with all this energy in Scorpio that wants to divulge the truth, we are facing our deepest inner darkness. We are facing what has been keeping us from moving into that ultimate life that we can see for ourselves. We can get a glimpse of it. Now, there's a really important energy right now to not lose sight of that glimpse. That is real. That is the future you're creating. You are in alignment on a deeper level. So what's coming up in your life is getting out of the way so that you can be on that alignment, on that deeper level. So this is an adjustment, a deep, deep adjustment of the deepest depths of the parts of yourself. And of course, this is going on collectively right now too. There's an uncomfortable pause in life as we wait to hear about truths that have been trying to come forward. And this is happening, this mass awakening disclosure is happening in our personal life as well. And it can feel really uncomfortable. Kind of almost like you're stuck in a trauma that happened in another lifetime, in another timeline, but you can't quite get the information you need or the help or the support to be able to make sense of these intense feelings. Now, one of the other things that's going on is that we have a tendency to once we feel intense feelings, we want to rationalize them. So a big part of the problem of if you're feeling really stuck in these heavy depths, dark places that we're going to clean out the closets deep within our being, if you're feeling stuck there, it's because you're trying to rationalize and understand. And sometimes we just need to feel and let that flow. Now, this can be a little hard. Scorpio is a fixed water sign, and water doesn't really want to be fixed. And so it's a little bit like a dam busting at the seams, and all of this emotional energy. We've had a huge year of fire and air, really not in touch with a deep emoting process. And so can you let your emotional kind of energy move in your life and not have to analyze it? Because when we do that, we get stuck in ego. We get stuck in this lower, darker part. And with Venus, our self-worth, we're going into the depths of where or why or whether we have self-worth, whether we care about ourselves, and whether we think we deserve that path that we had that glimpse of. And so 11/11 is a powerful energy this year, lining up at this midway point of and all these planets taking us into the muck. Now, part of the reason we've been feeling so intensely squeezed is the Saturn square Chiron, and Saturn is our duty planet. Get on with it. Let's get on that path. Make sure you're on the right path, and squaring up with Chiron in Pisces. So we're talking about the wounds of the collective consciousness, our woundedness around our spirituality, spirituality, our connection to source, this is what's coming up for people right now. The illusion of separation, that we're just here just floating around in body bags, like pretending that we're, you know, just trying to figure out, we're just an ego, just like moving through our experience. We are so much more than that. But right now, the illusion of separation and the darkness and the enemy is at its height, and the monster is rearing its ugly head. Why is that happening? Because it's losing traction. It's losing gain. This is its last fight. This is your ego's last battle. And so when you can see it that way and kind of separate out your mental process and all the stories you want to put around your emotions, and just let your emotions come through, be like, okay, this might have to do with some unknown trauma in my distant past. I don't care. Okay. Like, I experienced it. It's there. It's not going to define me anymore. You know, I'm just done with being a victim to this unknown trauma. And so, but through this process, so what's happening on 11/11, really, really potent, is that this energy, there's a big influx of energy coming in. This is cosmic connection. So the reason that this is happening has to do with the fact that Venus, that is now in Scorpio, is coming up with Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is the expander. It amplifies whatever it comes into contact with. In this case, it's coming into contact with Venus, and then trining up with Neptune in Pisces. So Venus is a planet of earthly love, of self-love, of value, of our material kind of comforts in this world. And also, so it's kind of like the lower octave of love. And then Pisces, the Neptune energy, represents the higher octave of love. And we have been completely blocked in this illusion of separation, with Venus and Neptune trining up and Jupiter there expanding all of this. We're having an opportunity to open up, just break down that ego construct and throw it in the garbage and be in universal love and feel that connection again. And a lot of people are struggling right now, just feeling so alone and so lost and so like, what in the heck is going on right now? And it's like, what's going on is what's necessary. It's not just happening because it's happening. It's happening because you are moving at a rapid rate into a new you, and you have to let go of the constructs that have been holding you in the past. And we all do. And so it's really intense with that Saturn square Chiron, but we also have this, like, we're coming out, we're just, Saturn and Chiron in that square are starting to separate out of the square. So the tension is starting to be relieved a little bit. Now, the other thing that's happening there is that Saturn is trining Uranus on this 11/11. So Uranus is the awakener, and that's a harmonious energy. So we're having like our karma work duty planet coming up, careening up to the galactic center, which is at 27 degrees Sagittarius. It's been there already. It went retrograde. It's coming back for the last time. And it is coming back to its last time going over this galactic center. And Saturn, the taskmaster, is like, you guys, like, there is a bigger destiny out there. And you guys are walking around like zombies trying to make sense of this world. We have to reach up above the clouds. And in order to do that, we have to clear out this delusion and collective delusion, collective pain, the PTSD, the trauma we've experienced in our genes over many evolutions and lifetimes and generations. So it's all coming up right now, like lifetimes of stuff. So if you can keep that perspective, that will really help you be able to reach above this kind of heavy energy right now on the planet, and understand that you're experiencing this because you're getting ready for a big influx of light. Now, the effect of this big influx of light, this gateway to universal love that's happening on 11/11, has to do with that Venus and Neptune making that magic trine, opening up this gateway of possibility. But what happens when we have big influx of light is that we are shown the crevices, right? Like the cracks and all the things that, you know, have been holding us together in our paradigm of who we are that aren't not really true. So in a way, this little dark into the depths, into the thick of it time is preparing for this next big influx of light. And the cool thing about this is that Mercury, just as right before it turns, it's going to go retrograde in December, and we're already starting to feel that energy. But it's like Mercury is right before it goes retrograde and right after, at the beginning of December, it goes over this galactic center point and has an exact conjunction with Saturn. So Mercury is our messenger, our everyday understanding. And we're like, okay, let's get on the page here, humanity, with our destiny, our mass awakening destiny. And Saturn trining Uranus is giving us that harmonized portal energy gateway. So the energies have shifted to the point where we are open to way more cosmic and spiritual support. Okay, so this 1111 is super important to tap into this energy and be open to this influx of support and help and cosmic love. Now, when we can vibe on that level, just let the dark cloud be the dark cloud. Reach up above it and be like, no, I know the truth of me, even though it feels really strange right now. You know, I know I'm more. I know there's more than this. I know I have an abundant future. I know I have this amazing path that's unfolding. And I know there's more than this. This is not, this just kind of let the dark cloud be there and be present in your essential self. If you can vibrate on this level at all, like let these cosmic energies come in, this cosmic source. This is what the planet needs right now so badly, is for people to hold a higher vibrational frequency that allows for us collectively to get on the most optimal timeline. It's alpha waves, joy. That's the energy of joy, and childhood is alpha waves in our brain. We need those to be able to create. So your most important job right now, and it's hard when you're stuck in a dark cloud of emotional suppression that's gone on for many lifetimes, but your job right now, the most powerful path you can take is to find joy and let yourself play like a child. And that is what is actually going to create your most amazing future. It's not like getting out there and making a bunch of stuff happen right now. So hang in there and be open to this big influx of light. I hope to see you on my live feed on 11/11, and we'll get together for a powerful meditation to tap into this universal love gateway as Venus and Neptune make a beautiful triangle together, and Jupiter is expanding that cosmic universal love. It's time for us to come home and live our life as if we are the spirits in a body that we are, instead of just walking around as an ego complex in a body bag. So massive shifting happening on the planet right now. Sit tight. It will get lighter. It will shift. And we're really going to feel that energy after the new moon. So I hope you can join me for the live activation on the new moon. And until then, have a great 11/11 and open up to that cosmic love. So until then, I'm Adrienne Elise. Namaste.